This presentation is about economic factors and their effects on fertility rates. As you can see from the picture above, southern areas have a higher fertility rate per woman, while northern areas have a lower fertility rate. Economic factors and fertility rates are related to each other. Generally, more economically developed countries tend to have low fertility rate, while less economically developed countries tend to have high fertility rate. For example, Japan with high GDP of more than 32,000 US dollars has a very low fertility rate, which is 1.2 children born per woman, while Ethiopia, which has a low GDP of 900 US dollars, has a very high fertility rate of 6.2 children born per woman.
MEDCs are countries with a highly developed government and economic system. There are two main reasons why people and MEDCs do not want children, and they include a high standard of living, which is expensive to enjoy, and people wanting to develop their careers over families. The picture in this slide shows that MEDCs are generally located in the northern hemisphere of our planet. Moving on, the cost of maintaining a child is very high in an MEDC. For instance, prices and tax rates are high. As a result of this, birth rates are low. However, a high standard of life means that education, food, healthcare, etc. are widespread. To conclude, a large sum of educated men and women plus knowledge that children are less likely to die in an MEDC nation results in smaller families and people focusing on pursuing their careers, as mentioned previously. It is interesting to note that citizens of MEDCs are very knowledgeable in utilizing family planning methods, hence further contributing to less children being born. The picture in this slide shows proof that children are less likely to die in an MEDC nation.
LADCs have somewhat developed government and economic system and low standard of life, and they think that family is more important than jobs. As you see in the picture, blue indicates LADCs, and they will keep on growing. Because of their low price and taxes, they have a high fertility rate, although they lack education, food, and healthcare. For example, Yunnan has a very low GDP, but has high fertility rate. Because they lack education, they don't realize the importance of family planning. The south indicates the LADCs, which have high mortality rate.
Generally, in any population anywhere, if people feel wealthy, then they tend to have more children because they are more likely to afford to raise them. On the other hand, during the economic recession, people don't want to have a child.